Hello. If you've been watching, you'll be seeing that we've run a series of short videos with a few minutes of frankness with Tasita Small, which have been looking at the Black Lives Matter. This is our final video, and in this video we'd like to talk about what does this mean for white people and what should we actually be doing. So hello Tasita, and you know, what's your view on that? What should white people be doing?
It's a really good question. I do have an opinion, but I want to throw it back at you. So what do you think that white people should be doing? Because you're on this journey too, right? So what do you think that you've seen that's positive, that you've seen that's negative? What do you think that people should be doing right now?
Okay, I think, and this is probably what it's all about, because now I feel a bit clumsy and I'm worried about saying the wrong thing, but we're being frank, so I'll tell the truth. I think the first thing is to educate yourself. I've spent a lot of time researching, watching videos, reading, and starting to understand more about why racism exists and what it's about. A bit like with you, I've been talking to a lot of my Black friends, not to ask them to educate me, but to check how they're feeling about things, and we've naturally had conversations. So I've been trying to make sure that we're all comfortable in talking about it. But I think what I've really discovered, and I'm speaking for myself, not all white people now, is that I think I always have not been racist, but I've really challenged myself whether I've been anti-racist. And what I really hope now, well, I tell you what I hope that I never have to intervene, because I hope that people become so enlightened that I don't hear racist comments or watch racist incidents, but that's just not real. But if it happened again, I would actively intervene.
Yeah, no, definitely. I can see where definitely you would do something like that, and that would be your stance. I think it's good for people to now, with the knowledge that they have, to start doing stuff. You know, what are you going to do if you own a business or you work with colleagues? How do you then start to ensure that companies you work for are actively making a difference? I think we're learning, we're continuing to learn. We don't know it all, but then let's start putting some things into place and make sure that things aren't performative. They're not one-offs. They're not just, posting a black tie and making a statement, but actually doing some work around it now. I think we've got a massive opportunity to do some positive changes across the sphere, the scope around race and race at work, race in society.
What I've certainly noticed is we've been running conscious inclusion workshops, which specifically mention Black Lives Matter. Obviously, inclusivity in organisations is a big thing, but I've really noticed an uptake in people coming to us and asking about them and wanting to talk about them and implement things in different ways, which I think is really, really positive.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping that the next 6 months in the world of work will shape very differently the future for everybody, right throughout, junior hires right through to senior hires. I'm really hoping that quite quickly we'll see a difference in attitude, in acceptability, in professionalism, in understanding everyone's experience is different. I think that's the main thing. Removing judgment, understanding things like white privilege we've spoken about already, and coming together. If we do this right, I think we can nail it.
I think that's a great message to finish on. And I think, as well as business and workplace, education in schools and colleges and universities, and as you said, if we do it together, then there's a real good chance that maybe this time it will be done right. So Tasita, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and thank you very much for your time over these videos.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.